Hey, what is going on, Endgame lovers? And welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So, who'd have thunk it? Nearly 100 episodes. But, we still have to actually finish this. Knowing this game, there could still be a few twists and turns, but I think we might be on the home stretch. So, let's try and wrap this up. What was his gimmick? Posh, right? A gunshot rang out in the shop, and I felt a sharp pain in my left arm.
The broker fired his gun and the bullet pierced your limb.
Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I decided to bring my own gun with me that night, just in case. But you shot him in the back. Oh, yo. Murder flashback. What? All that just for bang? The dirt is gone. Before I knew what was happening, I'd fired back. The man had already turned to flee. I hadn't intended to fire in his direction, much less kill him. But unfortunately for both of us, the bullet hit home. It struck him in the middle of his back as he fled through the storeroom door for refuge.
Sorry tale.
It all took place in the blink of an eye. I don't imagine Nash and Ringo even realised what had happened at first. I was terrified, so I fled. Bling! And that's the whole story. That's everything that happened at Windibanks on that wretched night. I don't think there's any more sort of loopholes or loose ends, I should say. Gina is fully in the clear now, right? That should be not guilty. For Gina. Completely guilty for this guy. And very guilty for Gregsy, yeah.
Earlier, you called McGilded a monster. A man who used his wealth and influence to distort the facts and escape justice for the crime of murder. What tragic irony. For what you have done is exactly the same.
Damn. Zeke with the bullets to the heart.
You've become the very monster you saw and despised so deeply in McGilded.
Damn, tweeting up. Yes, I think I have. Damn. Done. Go on, Judge E, bring it home. Yeah! Could it be? Is there a chance we could do it in under 100?
Well, this has been a long and exhausting trial. However, it would seem that at last we have arrived at the truth. Truth, lovers.
The eternal search comes to an end. Overjoyed with joy.
Gregsy, what of him? He's been restrained, my lord, and is being escorted to the yard. He'll be charged with the murder of Mr. Windibank and the stealing of government secrets. Very good. And what about your own charges, Gregsy?
Oh, yo, here we go.
And you, Inspector? Regrettably, you will have to face charges yourself.
Oh, yo. Hat in hand.
Yes, my lord, of course. It transpires that you were complicit in helping a criminal escape justice. That fact remains whether or not you were doing so in the line of duty. The crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable.
Let's get the old hydration on. Oh, yes. Innocent. Lucky she trusted in us.
Now to the defendant, Sheena.
Yeah?
It is time for the final adjudication. Is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
No, if they all say guilty, that's gonna be shit. Yes, sir. Ganidem Squadron standing by, sir. This is really it now. The last push, the final call, the finishing whistle. My men are ready to deliver their verdicts.
Thank you, Mr. Foreman. Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You will now declare your final decisions to the court.
Not guilty.
Yeah.
Not guilty.
That's 2.
Not guilty.
That's 3.
Not
That's 4.
Not
That's
guilty.
5, motherfuckers. That's 6. The final Hadouken. Yeah. Hit him with the innocent Shinku. Yeah. That's the stuff. I'm off the hook. Finally, Runo, you finally managed to do it. Finally is the word. I really wasn't sure if we'd come out on top for a while there. Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world. It's official, guys. We the best. No judge, what?
Mr. Strand, I am not finished with you, yes?
Oh no, he's going to do her for lying in the previous case. There's not going to be much we can do about this. Ooh, Nelly. Eh? What are you looking at me like that for?
Before you start enjoying your freedom, there are certain other crimes to consider.
Eh?
2 months ago, in my courtroom no less, you gave false testimony, did you not? And in relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Winterbank's pawnbrokery, you also attempted to abscond with his property, it seems.
Eh? I never done nothing of the sort. Of course not. It's not like you were gleefully wearing his coat in your cell yesterday or anything. Damn. Oh, and just when I was getting excited about throwing a party for Ginny this evening. What? We can still have a party, she'll just be behind bars.
And turning our attention to the defense, determining that, when played together, the music box discs contained a message in Morse code was... Well, it was certainly a most unexpected revelation, Counsel.
Guys, don't forget, if anyone knows, it doesn't look like they're giving it up. Unless they slip something out here in the endgame. But if anyone knows what that Morse code was, please let me know. Unfortunately, I am not fluent, so yeah. Okay.
Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard. In fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend's courage here today. I propose a toast.
Nice, did he finally get over his racism? A happy ending all around.
To demanding that government secrets be disseminated before the entire courtroom.
Oh, damn. Ah! But very sorry about that. It was the only way that I could get Gregsy to admit what he'd done, so... If I may say something on that point, isn't that... Oh, yo, is she gonna tell us? Yeah! It's, about the sounds produced by the music box before. I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all. What? Some other code? What are you saying, madam? Oh, well, it's just that I'm really rather fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see. So much so that the whole world seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact. Ah, just like her blazer, or whatever that is.
Goodness, madam, an unhealthy level of obsession one feels.
But I must say that in my opinion, the sounds produced by those 2 discs were nothing more than that, a meaningless series... Serious? Get the Feeling that should say series of 2 different tones. What? Can that really be? It wasn't Morse code after all. No. That means she still might be guilty in the judge's eyes. This is bad. No, slap it with more courage than that, lad. My lord, the defence would like to listen to the music box again.
Are you off your nut? How many times do I have to tell you those discs contain ministerial secrets, sunshine?
This courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of the government communications. We know he conspired to trade national secrets with our enemies, secrets acquired from him. Now that the man has admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further.
Damn. Oh, but it's really going to bother me. Well, it doesn't really matter in a court of law, mate. Like, but Your Honour, it'll bother me.
Oh, very well. Overruled.
Yeah, my lord?
That which you have seen today in this courtroom has been extremely disturbing.
Falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury, a grim catalogue of depravity.
An appalling experience to befall any child.
Come on, it ain't nothing I don't see most days in the back slums.
I beg your pardon.
If you're weak, you pay for it. That's just how life goes. Damn, survival of the fittest thing, yeah? Gina! But look, I reckon I've worked something out today. The world ain't fair, but if you want it to change, you've got to start at home. You've got to change how you are yourself. Charity begins at home, right?
Well, that's a very laudable lesson, I would say. I eagerly look forward to the born-again Gina never gracing my courtroom with her presence again.
Okay. Can't promise that, Your Honour.
Now, with regard to the murder of Mr. Pop Windibank, proprietor of a pawnbrokery business on Baker Street.
Pop Wind? Never.
I hereby declare that the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade...
Here we go. Yeah, it's official, honey. Tell him, Judge. Let it rate fireworks in court. Yeah. And the gun. Go on, lass. Oh, yo. Firework gun?
Objection! I'll allow it. That is all. Court is adjourned.
We did it. For the 5th and probable final time. Oh, yo. 1-on-1. Is he going to throw the wine at us?
On a personal note, I must say you've surprised me, my Far Eastern friend.
Ah.
Huh?
Despite being a Nipponese, you saw through the pretense to the malice that festered within that Englishman, and at the same time saw through the grime to the surprising heart of your English client. You have a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures.
Okay. Bit of respect. I don't think there's anything curious about it. And maybe he can actually relax and enjoy a glass of wine without exploding it now the case is over. Whether we're from the Empire of Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings. We're not so very different on the inside.
You know, I took this case for one very simple reason. to lock swords with you once again here in the courtroom.
Say what? You did?
When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me
Yo, we got a autosave. What's going on here?
of toasting friendship and trust with another Nipponese, only to find my trust betrayed. Through you, I hope to look into the eyes of the man I once knew and try to understand.
Who's he talking about? Could it be someone who's already dead? You mentioned something similar earlier today about total betrayal at the hands of the Japanese. What happened exactly? And now take the sword and gut him from navel to gullet. Get him with the Tweece betrayal.
Well, you may ask, and one day when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not.
Okay. So potentially talking about a sequel there, I would imagine, rather than later this episode. Alright, then I'll wait for that day if I must. Is he going to down it? Just a little sip, huh?
Coming to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey, and my retirement from service 5 years ago, it gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose.
What? Okay, maybe this is our just rivals from now on.
So, farewell my learned Nipponese fellow, until we meet again.
Get out of here, you vampire ass. Whew. Wipe that terror sweat off your brow. We did it. Okay, 17th of April, 5:24, the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. It would be interesting, I won't remember at all, but it would be interesting to have a look at episode 1 to see what date it gives you right at the start of the game, just to see roughly how long this takes place. Because, yeah, didn't it say the boat from Japan to like 6 weeks or something like that? Speaking of 6 weeks, cool, not doing too bad for time. Oh, yo, some pleasant victory music. So elegant. Much wow. It's done. It's over at last. In potentially under 100 episodes. But where's Iris disappeared to? Ah. Oh, so Judge was happy to let her out? Congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. I knew that you were innocent. Well, you did what you said. You believed in me, right up to the end. You're as odd as your name. What's odd about it? I told you I had faith in you, didn't I? No one ever has before, see? Kept the promise, I mean, properly. That's awful. Just like I promised to beat this damn game. I figured something out today. All my life, growing up in the slums, I've never trusted no one. But that's just because I've been scared of being stabbed in the back. I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down. Yes, I think I can understand that. After all, I had a taste of it in that trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone and paid for it. That betrayal left a big scar. Just like KAZUMA's death, so much emotion in this game. You know though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently too. Trusting in someone else is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. And when your gut tells you it's the right thing to do when your trust is rewarded, there's no better feeling in the world. Just like pizza, oh yeah. I think I have you to thank for reminding me of that valuable lesson. Oh, well, if you say so. Don't make a fat lot of sense to me, though. I'm trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure. For crying out loud, pack it in. But I suppose I sort of feel the same way. I mean, sometimes trusting someone else is, alright. Thanks. No, we don't need a flashback. Kazuma? Oh, he was like hella posh, wasn't he? This is the way I see it, Ryu. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Oh, I miss you. After this experience, I'm starting to feel like I understand what you mean. Kazuma! Am I living up to your expectations? Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be? Of course, we're the best lawyer in the world. Oh no, pardon the interruption. Please no. Please no. Is it Sholmes? But what the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow? Ah, that voice! It's too late for that voice now. I've been standing here patiently in the corner of the room for an eternity. Ah, yes, it was me all along, I would have said when finally you noticed me. Confirmed. But you people, with your incessant babbling. Ah, Sholmes! Ah, yes, it was me all along, you see? Nice. What time? Should we just push through? Quickly! I'd assumed you'd been taken back to the hospital, to be honest. Indeed I was, but I managed to escape again. Oh, I happen to be aware of one or two foibles of the doctor who was tending to me. I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily issued me with a leave of absence. How very above board. But enough of my adventures. That was a fine victory. Your tireless efforts justly rewarded, I feel. Come on, Endgame. Congratulations are in order. As a close friend, I tip my hat at you. Oh, thank you. Some great detective you are. Great at being cold as ice, maybe. Have I hurt you in some way? While you've been having a snooze in your nice soft bed, some of us have been fighting for our lives. Damn, so has he. He's up. Ah, well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood. It's true. So I have indeed been feeling somewhat cold. Not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, have a feel. No, I don't want to feel you. Could you take your hands off my neck, please? That in some way, I suppose. Congratulations are in order for you, too. What's that supposed to mean? Why so half-hearted? Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but an acquittal in a trial with that particular prosecutor is perhaps a little precarious. Oh yeah, she might die. If the curse lives on. Well done, Sholmes. Not alarming in the slightest. Oh, the Reaper, you mean? Because anyone who's found not guilty in a trial he was working on winds up dead anyway. Is that it? The very point I was trying to make. As exemplified by the fate of McGilded, in fact. Ah, but of course I pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself. Yeah, well, it don't bother me. Oh, really? Course not. The way I see it, the Reaper's a bit like him upstairs. Him upstairs? You mean, like God? Yeah, him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what people are like on the inside. He won't have got the wrong end of the stick. There are some coves like that bog trotter what are rotten to the core. At the end of the day, him upstairs makes sure they get what they deserve. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Divine justice is one thing though, the Reaper taking matters into his own hands and claiming lives is another. Well, I ain't like the McGildeds of this world, so I ain't scared. I got principles, see? Come on, just roll the credits, we're so close! A trait in you, which is to be admired. Oi, just give it a rest, alright? As I was saying, congratulations are in order. The news of your acquittal was very welcome news to me, indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations, Gina. Well, there you are. Oh, Hurley, how long have you been there? Is that Iris? No, not another girl voice. Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there. Ah, Iris, my dear, I do apologise. But wait until I tell you what happened. This pair made utter fools of themselves. What happened? As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in this room dressed as a bailiff. But these dolls didn't notice my presence at all. They had no idea. Can you imagine, Iris? Would you credit it? I'm not sure really. I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, Hurley, but you just don't have the weighty presence you seem to think you have. Damn. In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's going to land you in trouble one day. Wait, is that foreshadowing? I'll be careful. Ouch. Anyway, it's such a shame. I was so hoping to throw a party for Ginny tonight. But you won't be able to come, will you? Damn. Don't look like I'm going to be going nowhere for a while. You heard the judge's patter. I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All them offences. What was it again? Breaking and entering. Taking the bog trotter stuff what was in the lug. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offence. But diving ain't an offence. It's a job, innit? I don't think so. Still, it has got me thinking all this. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work. I mean, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Ardo? Well, no, but I was never a pickpocket. Well, anyway, I reckon I can make a change. I'm going to do something for all them lot like me from the slums. Something that makes a difference for them. That's a wonderful idea, Ginny, and I'm sure you can do it. What is it? Wipe them tears away. You know you're not free tonight, but you will be hella free hella soon. Nothing. Gina! The prison carriage has arrived, Mom. Come with me to the rear gate at once. Right. Well, looks like I'm off then. Yes, goodbye, Gina, and good luck. Otto? Yes? What? Oh, smoke grenade exit. Gotta be done. Ah! What was that for? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, so I shot you. Ah, indeed. Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary. Eh? On occasions such as this, I would recommend a simple thank you. Oh. Oh yes, it's good advice, Guinea. Guinea pig. Right, I see. Well, is it so hard to say? Oh, yo. Full blown thank you. Thanks, Otto. No worries, mate. Damn.
Thank you for everything what you've done, for believing in me.
Ah, look at that smile. She's finally thawed out. Not at all. In fact, that should be my line. Thank you, Gina. What time? Oh! So it's tricky, guys. This outro could easily go on for another half hour, but part of me wonders if we should push through. It would mean an extra long episode, but it would mean we are done and dusted. I think we'll push on. We'll give it another, let's say, 10, 15, and worst case, it's just a massive, mega, mammoth bunt. What was I going to say for that word? Meh. Episode. Punched up whatever I was trying to say and then immediately forgot what word I was using. Weird. Well, there she goes. I wonder if I'll ever see her again. Well, well, quite the indomitable pick purse. What, did we get nicked?
Oh, I nearly forgot. I bought a paper outside. It's a special edition and this trial is all over the front page. Pickpocket's innocence proven. Isn't it wonderful?
No, not PIP. You should have shown it to Gina, Iris. She would have been thrilled.
Oh no, how silly of me. Ah, but anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Bad news first, bad news first. Ugh, not again.
Well, what do you say, Runo, Hurley?
As usual, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. Absolutely not. I have no intention of listening to anything but good news. What? So he's like, I don't care about the bad news, don't tell me.
And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it?
Let's not go there.
Alright then, maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It was a record level of rainfall, apparently.
Damn. Well, that is good news indeed. We can journey back together in greater comfort. Alright then, what's the bad news?
The huge storm has left the seas very choppy. The channel in particular is awful, so sailings out of Dover have been delayed by a day or more.
Wait, Dover? What, are we all going to Japan?
That's right, if we head to the station immediately, we may still make it in time to wave Susie off.
Oh, yo, hype ending. But there won't be a train, surely. We couldn't be that lucky. Who do you think I am? Sholmes? I rushed to Victoria Station earlier and made arrangements for a special express. If we hurry now, we shall be there in time for dinner. Well, we don't want dinner. We're trying to make it to see Susato off in time. And I know of a fine restaurant that serves the most delicious baked sole. I don't. The great detective does it again. Indeed, he does. I happen to be aware of a number of the rail transport director's foibles. What? I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive. Elementary. Is he just going around blackmailing everyone? Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way.
What are we waiting for then? To London Victoria!
Ah, yes. Old Faithful. Got many a coach from there in my time. Okay, so the next day at 5:32, Port of Dover, quayside. That took somewhat longer than I had anticipated.
Susie's boat must be about to leave now.
I wonder, are we going to jump on? We've sort of got no reason to stay now, right? Go back and give her some support. Yeah, it's like her dad's side or something, right? Susanna, where are you? Yeah. Over there, look. It looks like she's reading something.
Hold it!
Oh, yo, don't throw that book away. What was her voice again? Was it just, sort of quiet or posh or something? Wait, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
We came as soon as we could after the trial. I mean, we heard that sailings were being delayed due to the bad weather, you see?
Oh, I see. Then tell me, how did Gina's trial go?
It went well. She was acquitted.
That's wonderful. Really wonderful news.
Hey, this is her specific theme, right? The book you were about to throw into the sea, it was your Encyclopedia of British Law, wasn't it?
Oh dear, I was hoping you hadn't seen that. I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now. So I was saying my final farewell.
What, we won the case thanks to her sweet thinking. You were saying goodbye to law, you? Would I be correct in assuming it's because of the people?
I deliberately altered the scene of a crime and then I tried to hide the fact. What I did is utterly unforgivable. That reminds me. How did you even come to have this, Susie? On the evening of the incident, he had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember. Oh yes, we had a wonderful time. Well, she gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? To the art of pickpocketing, I mean. Oh, that was so much fun. I stole Runo's armband.
Yes, please don't do that again, Iris. That band's very important to me.
Well, if it's so important, you should pay more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages. On a whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat flapper mat, so I put it up my sleeve.
Really? She's got big sleeves.
And then I rather forgot about it until I found myself in his shop a bit later that night.
I see.
And then...
Ah! Sholmes! Leave me! Speedy flashback.
After he had left the shop, I started to think. That door started to play on my mind.
The storeroom door, you mean?
Yes, if she was anywhere in the shop, I realised it could only be behind that door. And at that moment, the little device I had up my sleeve sprang to mind. I was so worried about her, I simply had to know.
So, you used the cat flapper mat to make the peephole in the door.
As captured in a photo of the shop by one of his red-handed recorders.
Indeed, it was of the first importance that point. Precisely when the peephole was made, that information would prove to be his greatest weapon. Though naturally without proof it would have amounted to nothing.
But when I looked through the hole in the door, the sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. Thoughts started to run through my mind.
Okay.
I remembered a trial 2 months earlier, the trial of him. I thought about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimony to secure his freedom. It made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me. And then a terrible thought occurred to me. What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now? Because from the appearance of the crime scene, it looked exactly as though she had shot him. Even though I was sure she would never have done such a thing.
You were worried that the true culprit would try to frame her for the crime.
That's right, but then I realised it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case.
What do you mean?
Well, the crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room. For someone to claim falsely to have witnessed it, there would have to be a way to see beyond the door.
Ah! For which a peephole would be the very thing.
Only the peephole I had made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. And the criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference.
But the possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, was it not? A trap? Is that why she did it?
So, is that why you kept it a secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made the peephole to anyone, not even to the police. I know, I knew at the time what I was doing was wrong, a criminal offence even. That's why I decided to confide in Sholmes. If he was completely backed into a corner with no possible other means of escape, the truth about the peephole could save him. That was my plan. She really does think of everything.
But then why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began? My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight. If she had done that, it would have rendered you complicit in the whole escapade.
Ah, yeah, good point.
You could have been disbarred if you had been seen to have knowingly tampered with a crime scene. So she decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone, for your sake and hers.
Is she going to give us one last takedown? The truth is, when it happened, I did it because I'd lost a little of my faith in the law.
Oh. Yeah, so did we for a while, right?
I was worried that the right person wouldn't be convicted of the crime, but the moment I allowed myself to think that is the moment I lost my right to call myself a judicial assistant.
Oh, yo, she's taking it proper to heart. What you did isn't comparable to what he did. Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand, using that peephole as a way to implicate Gina. And besides, if the peephole inconsistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure that she would have been acquitted in the end. Yes, very good point. What you did saved Gina's life. Good friends all round.
Well, with your kind words, you've saved me too from my regrets.
Hey. Everyone's happy. Well, we must all be thankful that her freedom has been assured, apart from her going to prison right now. Yes, exactly. Although some of the loose ends in that trial will continue to play on my mind, I'm sure. What? Loose ends?
But the revelation that the music box disc contained secret messages. What a triumph to work that out. I'm full of admiration.
Well, actually, that argument wasn't quite as compelling as I thought it was.
Oh, it wasn't?
There was a communications officer among the jury members, you see, a telegraph operator. And she said that the majority of the sounds on the disc were just meaningless tones. As one would expect. After all, we are talking about secret government communications. Oh, yo, could have been a lie. No doubt they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood should they have been intercepted. In cipher, I see. The Pokemon? So then we could never have hoped to understand the message anyway. Nonsense, my dear fellow. It's quite a zero-pipe problem, I assure you. What? Zero pipes? So... Gi? What?
Well, that can't be a real word, can it? How funny. Wait, Iris, what did you just say? Oh, I just said asogi. Does that word mean something to you?
Mean something? Asogi was the name of my best friend.
What? But how? How do you know that name? I wrote it down during the trial before, when the message was playing on the music box.
What? KAZUMA is a government secret? My God! Ah, he was meant to be the person to come over here initially. So, whoa, were people out to kill KAZUMA or something? She transcribed it on the fly. She really is a genius.
I thought the message probably wouldn't be written out in plain Morse code, so I tried various ways to interpret it. But whatever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least. Oh. It suddenly occurred to me, you see, there's more than one Morse code, not just the English variety.
Oh, okay. Not very helpful. It's like how sign language is different around the world. It's like, goddamn, that should be universal, right? But I suppose there'd be certain nuances you just don't understand if you don't live in certain cultures or whatever. But still, man. Make it easy for communication.
Various countries around the...
Oh, I think I've said that. I don't believe it. Are you saying?
That's right, I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before, but I think it's based on the Iroha pangram, isn't it?
And you mean to say that in Japanese Morse code the message says asogi?
Yes, I think so. Sorry, but I don't remember all of the Japanese Morse code. Iris, would you let me see that?
Do you know it? Do you know Japanese Morse code?
Yes, I spent some time studying it, because I'm quite sure Morse code will become ever more important for international communications.
Then might I recommend, my dear madam, that you focus your efforts on the English version. Damn.
Be that as it may, Iris, show me the message, please.
Of course.
But what can this possibly mean?
Whatever is in that long sequence of supposedly meaningless dots and dashes, it's made the colour drain from Susato's face.
There's no doubt that this message is written in Japanese Morse code.
So, the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications.
I don't understand the reason why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names.
4 names?
The first is Kei Asogi.
Kazuma Asogi? Why? Why was his name on that disc?
The second is A Shin.
Shin? I don't recognise that name.
The third is T. Gregson.
Gregson? It would seem Tobias Gregson is the 3rd man on the list. And what's his name doing in a secret government communication as well?
And the last name?
What's the matter?
It's just so strange, so unexpected. Oh, what is it, Susie? Don't keep us in this suspense. The last name is J. Wilson.
Oh, that's the guy who died in the first case, right?
What? Wilson? John H. Wilson?
Oh yeah, that was Iris's dad.
You mean Daddy?
Damn. What an ending.
It only says J. Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure.
Yo, so who's, what was the second name? Was it Shin?
Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if I translate from Japanese, that is all 4. And that's the end of the message. Or rather, the end of what you noted down, Iris.
Damn. I just can't believe it. Who would ever have thought that those discs contained Japanese Morse code? Not to mention a strange list of some disturbingly familiar names. It would appear that this particular message is a communication of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan.
So, Daddy could be in Japan then, where Susie and Runo come from. Oh, well... No, it's not very likely really, is it? I mean, there are thousands of people with the surname Wilson, and there must be lots of J's among them.
Hell yeah. Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yummy University. But we can't tell Iris about that now, we just can't. This is so strange. Somehow, in solving the case of Winterbank's murder today, I feel like I've rolled back a boulder at the mouth of a very dark cave.
I do wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside.
Oh, yo, honk. Big old goose, yeah.
Oh dear, the ship is going to set sail soon.
Yes, it seems so. Damn, guys, I thought we'd only go like 10 minutes over. Oh, fuck it, let's just go to the hour.
I'll sail on that steamship first to the port of Dunkirk in France. Then I'll change onto a larger passenger vessel bound for Japan. You're really going then, Susie?
I think I'm just using the same voice now. Apologies, guys. We wish you a safe passage.
Thank you so much. I wish all of you the very, very best.
I had hoped to have you always at my side to guide me and support me. Is he not going with her? Please come back soon. Yo, staying on for more work. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world.
I'm quite sure I'll be back before you know it. Really, Susie? Oh, now don't forget, Iris, I made you a promise I've yet to fulfill. A promise? About your manuscript.
Oh, yeah. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise. Definitely, Iris.
Lucky I can read hella quick. Yes.
Do you remember the first time we met?
Yes, of course. On the SS Booyah! When I was dragged out from that wardrobe still half asleep. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the cabin with a Susato takedown.
You know very well I'm talking about after that. It's strange, but being thrown together as you were in that case, I somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue KAZUMA's great legacy. And my instincts were right. I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that I'll be back soon. Farewell until then.
Could it be? Just text. Oh no! Just text. A cutscene! Yeehaw!
Somehow we seem to have come to the end of the adventures.
Oh
of
my
Iris
god,
and
guys. We pushed through and it was good. Official ending.
Looking back now, it feels as though fate has led me on this journey.
Okay. I have got a bit to chat about, but we'll save that for the credits. We've earned this.
Fate led me to
It's
become
been a long
lawyer,
grind.
to traveling halfway around the world, to meeting the great detective.
Was that Wagga High? Wagga
I'm sure there'll be trials
High!
and tribulations ahead. Of course there will.
Good friends.
But whatever happens,
What's he screaming?
I know I'll be able to turn my fortunes around.
Sayonara! Hey. Play us off, Shelbsy.
After all, I have the greatest friends in the world on my side.
Yeah, good ending. I would imagine this game does not have multiple endings, but good ending for sure. Is it credits? Or is it just more speech after that? It's more speech! What? Ah, yes. Yes! I have some rather awkward news. The railway company has decided to sue over the special express train, apparently. Huh?
It caused such a commotion on the line, all the other trains had to wait at stations.
But really, we would never have made it to Dover in time otherwise. Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault. Huh? Ha! I believe a formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow. But not to worry, my dear fellow, according to her.
You love defending yourself in court.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
It's all right. I'm perfectly happy to testify. He really didn't look like the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous. See?
This is bad. Bad ending. Yes. A word, if you don't mind. Why, certainly. Any word you like. Bellow it out, my dear fellow.
Oh yes, I love Runo's words, and I know just the one he'll use here.
Fuck! Then I really must say...
Objection!
Oh, yo. Oh! Is it credits? It looks creditsy. Did we do it? Guys, we did it! We had to push through and technically cheat, but we did it in under 100 episodes. What? In the following weeks, hundreds of music boxes came through Europe. Something was afoot, though it transpired I'd ordered them all myself, so I advertised them for sale with used by Mr. Sholmes to solve an important case. And the money I've earned consulting detective work pays a pittance by comparison. Oh, okay. Quick credits. Yeah. Righty, guys. Because this game is called The Chronicles, we may have the second game on here. Ah, I haven't slept a wink. The manuscript is due tomorrow now. When I'm this busy, Hurley usually cooks me breakfast. We may not have time to put all the voices on because this is so quick, but cooks is an overstatement for some dry toast and coffee. I do miss Susie and her lovely Japanese breakfasts. Yeah, I don't know if the sequel to this is going to be in this collection, but we are going to be playing a different game. I will not be going, hey, it's this guy, the training prosecutor. Witness your testimony is riddled of contradictions. Exactly, rarely do rare common coins hide under rare stakes themselves. Okay, this is all flashback stuff really, right? Damn, right guys. Hey, old school judge. Or young judge. Yeah guys, so that is it. The end of a long adventure, but we did it. Ah, from the old second case, I believe. Hey, this guy. Oh, that's him on his way back home. What? He had Wagahai's kittens on board? You're not allowed pets. Of course, guys, with the end of an adventure comes the start of begging season. So, in the pouring rain at the end of this long, grinding journey, the Chief of Justice himself. I ask if you can leave a like, spare a share, and all of that helpful stuff for the channel, and I will love you long time, baby. It's always hella helpful. Oh yeah, he always times everything, right? Of course, guys, I'm 99.9% sure of what game we will be seeing in a few days. Interesting that... I think it's fine to talk about now, timing-wise, but interesting that we finished Broken Sword around the same time. Nice, and you can time them like that. Greg, so yeah. Nothing too stand out for the credits, but it's nice to see everyone again. What else is I going to say? But yeah, if you've got any suggestions for the old long playthroughs or the one-offs, let me know, as always, guys. Not sure how long these credits will be. They seem to be padding it out. Have they... Good, damn good game though, but man, it's padded out. But yeah, of course. So shortly around now, you're going to see your screen flooded with suggested videos. So if you'd like the looks of them, check some of them out. And more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because truthy feedback is always amazing feedback, guys. Yeah, kind of sorry to be talking over these credits, but it's a bit too fast moving and it's just a recap. And I'm sure you guys have been paying more attention to that. And yeah, I know what I'm like with credits and stuff anyway. Most of you may have already phased out by this point, so it's all good. But yeah, of course, feedback is always amazing, guys. Helps big improvements. Oh yeah, this loved up couple. But yeah, guys, the main thing is, as always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and we'll leave the last line for now. But you know how it is. Know you. Got ya. Wonder if we do get any bonuses for beating this. It may just unlock the second story or whatever. Or a secret sixth case which counts as the second game or whatever. Okay, this is actually kind of important. Ah, Iris visits her every day. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Nice. Wonder who it's going to end on. Interesting that it started with Sholmes. Umebara. Ah, this guy. We don't want to see him again. Suppose you can get hella hydrated now. All the hard work is done. Guys, if anyone wants a clue on what the new game is going to be on a few days, we are going to be revisiting a series that we have seen before on this channel. It's going to be a new game that we have not seen before on this channel, but it is going to be a game from a series we have played before. Another clue, it's not a game that was in any of the one-offs. It is one of the games we have done the full playthrough for. So yeah, pretty big and juicy clue there. Of course, if you'd like to place your bets now on what it could be, then go for it. But you'll find out for yourself in a few days anyway. This is auto flashback. Why do that in credits? Come on, I've got a wash on. It should be finished by now. I just want to end these credits. Slightly tempted to, just because this is over the hour mark now, split this into two, but then that would technically make it 100 eps, which I kind of like just squeezing it in under 100. Wagga hi! I think, yeah, that is an amazing end. I really should have hit end recording there. But this will probably cycle us back to the main menu now, unfortunately. Hey, this is pretty sweet. KAZUMA! What now? Is it more credits? What? Oh, guys, I don't know if I can be asked to sit through this. I'm sure this is really lovely and charming, but yeah. Can we... Hey, Pilkington! Do you want to skip this? Yeah. Apologies, guys. Let me know if I've missed anything good, if anyone has checked that. Finn! Yeah, that'll do. Righty, guys. I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon for a brand new adventure.